Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for some more Age of Wonders 3 here. We just finished sieging. Well, not finished. We took a big chunk out of the defenses at Smeagol's capital. We're about to knock him out of the game here, but before we do, there is a little bit of feedback I want to go through from the last couple episodes. Not a whole lot this week, but I thought a few things worth mentioning. For one thing, good reminder from Sarah Feingold and Tarsak, Tulip Town probably has some buildings that need to be sold. I am going to let it finish the Arcane Item Forge since it's already part of the way done. But yes, there's going to be some Theocrat buildings in here that we can get rid of. So all this stuff can go. And I'm going to go ahead and just let it sell off after that item forge is done. And also, Tarsak mentioned it's probably worth checking Gem again. I don't think, yeah, there's nothing here, but Pippin did take it on one turn, which would normally, he wouldn't even have the chance to produce anything in there, and I did take it back right away, but I wasn't sure if the AI just had some sort of, on Emperor difficulty, just had some sort of cheat that just, like, spawned their buildings into the city immediately or something like that, so, but they did not, so there's nothing there to sell, but I thought it was worth checking. From Impregnable, good call on this. Clematis here could produce improved Brew Brothers with the Lost Library that's in its domain. Hadn't even noticed or thought about that. Also, suggested that I put a focus on getting more mounted archers out faster, so I'm going to try to do that too. Mounted archers are also best produced at this city, though. Not to mention that the city can one-turn war breeds and makes the best Manicore riders. So Clematis is in pretty high demand for all unit types, so we'll have to see how that works out. I do intend to continue making phalanxes here because they've been a solid support for my frontline armies for a while now, and I want to get a few more war breeds out at least to help deal with walls. But eventually, yes, Clematis will be producing other types of units too. I think I will probably make archers here before Brew Brothers, because Brew Brothers are being used in more of a support healing role anyway. But yeah, it's and the Brew Brothers' main advantage for halflings. Well, they are halflings, but the main advantage for me is that also at gold rank they provide that nice morale boost. So I think I'll focus on other things in the city besides Brew Brothers for now, but eventually we might make some Brew Brothers there. And then finally, last thing I wanted to mention also, or two other things for Impregnable. Gladiator pits provide a little bit of happiness. That is one of the Warlord upgrade buildings. I'm not sure if it's the first one or the second or third. Where is that at? It's in here somewhere. Gladiator Pit is the second one. Oh, it's 100 happiness. Okay, I was thinking it was 50. So yeah, I want to get probably at least a Gladiator Pit in each one of my cities to help deal with impending Age of Deception, which I'm actually kind of surprised hasn't come out yet. I think the only reason it hasn't is probably because the computers haven't been able to grow as big as they usually do. So yeah, I'll try to get Gladiator Pits in all of my cities. I've got an Arcane Item Forge prepping down there, but I will go ahead and throw a Gladiator Pit in probably. Actually, that one I can postpone that a little bit, and do the Arcane Item Forge after that. I think most of my other cities should already have them. Any city that can make phalanxes is going to already have them. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that city's got one. This city almost certainly doesn't. But I wasn't. Yeah, I should probably go ahead and build that in here too. Maybe I should make that before selling off the other buildings just to get the happiness up. I think I might do that. We'll do the Warlord's command, and then I'll queue up selling a building, but I will most likely cancel that to get the next level up, so for the happiness for that. I think that would be probably a good thing to do. And then the last comment from Impregnable is basically to make a wand that does fire and spirit damage for the units up front to use against Shadow Stalkers. I think that's a good idea, and I might take a brief break in Hamlet to get that done. Let me go to the Arcane Item Forge here, or I think it's, yeah, here, Forge Item. What kind of stuff can I make here? It would be no, it would fall under these kinds of items tab. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. I primarily want to find... so that's fire and ice. That's not what we want. Magic bolts is spirit and fire damage. Okay, that would be a good item. And it doesn't really cost much at all. In fact, there might be a better city for me to make this in. If this city has an item forge. It does. And it might have enough. I think it's just short on production. It can't quite do it in one turn. The city is just short on production for a number of things, it seems. Alright, yeah, it's going to be short. It's 135 production in that city, and that's at max happiness. So I'll do it here. So yeah, go back here. We'll just get that'll work. Magic bolts, and we'll call it the... It's 5. Hang on, do math. Yeah. The other city wouldn't be able to one turn this, but this one can. Okay, we'll call it the Holy Scepter or something like that. Forge that. We're gonna go ahead and fast track that just to get at least one out to the front line for Sam to use. Ideally, I probably really need 2 or 3 because of all the Shadow Stalkers that I'm probably going to be dealing with very soon. You know what? On that note, I think everyone needs one of those. That is like the ultimate Shadow Stalker weapon. So I will make a few more. Magic bolts. So we're just going to have 3 people running around with holy scepters fighting the darkness. Scepter. Okay, forge that. And 1 more. I do think these would be a very good idea to get into the hands of my front line as quickly as possible. And the reason that we're doing 2 different channels of damage like this, rather than 1, is because things like Elemental Slayer and other bonuses that you get to your attacks apply independently for each damage channel, which adds up to more damage overall. And the Sorcerer has Elemental Slayer. I intend to try to get it on some of the others eventually, too. Although it takes time because everything is in high demand right now. I still want more phalanxes. But that should be it for that city, and that should be it for the comments. So let's go ahead and just get back into some gameplay here. We got Dread Siege researched, so that is an option now if I want to use it, although it didn't come in necessary this last turn. I need to get back to whatever I want next. I think I would really like to get Shield of Dispassion up sooner rather than later. That is a strategic spell. So I'm probably going to want to research other strategic spells to get to it. Let's grab... let's just get Death Mart. Oh, no, let's get Hero Slaying. I want to leave the smaller ones for in case like I clear another research structure. So... No, I mean, that's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Hero Slaying. Because I can get Hero Slaying in 1 turn. With 427 research quite nicely. Got a couple hero level ups. The Sorcerer pretty much just needs more casting points for the time being. That's really all I can do with her. There is Sorcery. There it is, Sorcery 3. And Sam can pretty much grab what... Oh yeah, Sam was getting toughness. He finally has that. Alright, good. Praise the Leader Festival, 429 gold. I'll take that. And of course, we have more war breeds coming. I might need to send an extra one down here to Pimpton. I think the more I think about this, I might want to focus on getting everyone something that provides Elemental Slayer as opposed to the Holy Bolt items, because I think that Elemental Slayer will do more immediate good than those scepters themselves. Well, for the sake of saving time, I'll let it produce as it is, but I am going to go ahead and get more. Whoops. I am going to go ahead and forge 2 Elemental Slayer items. Now, is that somewhere in here as well? I guess we'll just take a break from the, we'll just take a little break from the phalanxes. Now, would Elemental Slayer be in here, or was that more like a jewel item? I think it's probably in here somewhere. No? It's defensive, stuff like First Strike. I was thinking that was one you could craft. Fire Aura, Projectile, Tireless. No? It's possible I'm just missed it. If I did, you guys let me know, but I was pretty sure that you could create items with Elemental Slayer. Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong about that. I'm not seeing it in here anywhere. Oh, there's all the Slayers. Oh, it's under your weapons. I guess that kind of makes sense. I just have one that's on an item instead. What can we make that would kill Shadow Stalkers? I want to look at what kind of weapons the guys on the front line actually have. Like, he's got a lifesteal weapon, which under normal circumstances is nice to have on a Theocrat, but probably not under my specific circumstances. She's got a club that could be replaced. That's just physical and spirit damage. None of them really have any weapons that actually matter that much for fighting Shadow Stalkers. Elemental Slayer would be better on pretty much everything. So I'm going to go ahead and make that for each of them. I guess I only need 2 because the Sorcerer already has Elemental Slayer from something else. But I at least having 2 would be good. So I will do that. Question is, what else do we want on it? Okay, so Shadow Stalkers aren't technically summoned, they're built. So Summon Slayer does not help here. They're created with production in cities. So I probably want Elemental Slayer for sure. So many options here. Support Slayer maybe. That depends on how many support units I anticipate running into, but I'm pretty sure that the succubus are considered a support unit, which would help against them. There's also the general stuff like armor piercing, but that's not going to matter against a rogue. Oh, halfling slayer, duh. Of course I want that. There's halflings freaking everywhere. So yeah, where is the halfling slayer bonus? I see human, I see high elf. Wait, did halflings get left out? Dwarf? This would help so much if this was an alphabetical order. Orc, support, Tigran. There it is, right at the beginning. Okay, we got halfling slayer. So that's 2 points, 2 very good points, leaving plenty more. I could probably throw. I should throw some at elemental magic, probably. So we'll do like, see if we're up against a sorcerer and theocrat and rogues. I think either fire or melee, either one would be just about, or spirit, either one would be just about as good. I think there's probably more ways to get spirit resistance than fire, so I'll take fire damage, I think. And then I can have one more of the number ones. Maybe just throw in Overwhelm or... No, not Demolisher, because Demolisher doesn't actually let you break walls necessarily. What does Shatter Strike do? That doesn't help me really at all. Wall crushing, probably, yeah. I mean, we could make it so the heroes have an option to siege. That would maybe come in handy at some point. I think the only other possible thing would be Support Slayer. I'll give them Support Slayer, because that would give them, that would make them tear apart those the what are they called? The succubus. Gosh, I'm apparently only half awake today. That doesn't bode well for me. We'll just call it the Slayer's Torch. And say that's good enough. So now I've got one of those queued up for each halfling to use. Well, one queued up for one. I'll make more later. I'll just have to remind myself what was on it. I do want to double check to make sure that I'm right about the succubus. Draconian, well, we'll just look up the halfling one. It is considered support, yes. Okay, so I anticipate I'll run into a lot of those. And also, the sorcerer is going to be using a lot of support units too. He's going to have apprentices frigging everywhere. So, yeah. Okay, that looks good to me. So knowing that, I will go ahead and make 2 more of that exact same thing. Which one was the torch? There we go. So we go halfling and what was it? Support? I don't even remember for sure what I did with the last one. I had halfling slayer, support slayer. I had elemental slayer. Yeah, that was it. That was the whole reason I was making it in the first place. There's too many in here. It's hard to sift through them. There it is. And then the magic bolts, or fire damage. Sorry, a bit of a slow start to this episode, but this stuff needed to happen eventually anyway. We got one more that I'll queue up, and then we can jump right into some gameplay. Halfling, elemental, support slayer is here, and melee strength. There we go. Okay, so now we're just mass producing a bunch of items in this city. I wasn't really expecting that to happen quite so soon, but it probably needs to happen soon, with the rogues now being just to the west. Really, everything that we have left to fight through, those will benefit, except for possibly the druid, but that's okay. I think that fire damage against the druid is a better choice, because they have more ways of giving themselves spirit resistance, so I'm happy with the fire damage choice. I did get a grand palace down here, and a hospital here, so I am queuing the phalanx for that, but we want the grand palace there first, and I'm probably going to hurry production on that. Yeah, I'm going to hurry production on that. And then we'll go back to more phalanxes here, so that we can get the items out faster. And at least get this guy up to the front line. Who needs phalanxes more? Because I don't remember if I lost any out here. That army's got quite a few. We'll send this one Pimpton's way, which also happens to be Pippin's way. Nope, not that guy. This guy. I'm going to leave him on the bridge for now because I don't want to put units in a... Oh, wait, he can make it all the way there, so he's good. Okay, there are some items on the ground that my sorcerer can pick up. I have decided that she is no longer going to need... Well, hang on. I'm going to drop that. I'm going to sell the gun. I'm going to sell the crossbow. She can keep the gloves for now, I guess. I think it's very unlikely I'm going to need to actually freeze anything. Did Sam have any items on the ground? No. But there are some in the city center, so we're going to get those in a minute here. This is going to pull my settler into the battle, but that's fine, I guess, as long as Rabbit Burrows doesn't consume it. The walls should still be damaged, so I should be able to just go straight after the units in that city and be fine. We'll go ahead and send Sam. Very likely victory, and just take out these last 2 units and knock Smeagol out of the game. Okay, so one is a range unit, the other has an assassination attack. So I want to be careful to not do something stupid, and because they do have a potentially large amount of damage output. main thing is to stay at is to watch that assassin, because combined with the fact that it could crit and combined with the weakness to physical damage that my units have, that is a potentially lethal combination that I should be aware of and watch out for. In the meantime, we're going to get as much healing on our other units as possible. Healing in Age of Wonders 4 is going to be quite a bit different, based on some of the show or some of their kind of gameplay videos that the devs have released so far. Healing is not something. It looks like when you heal units during a battle, it's like considered temporary hit points, and after the battle, the health resets to wherever it was prior to the battle. So you can't use battles to heal units anymore, at least not permanently heal them, only temporarily within that battle, which I actually think is kind of a good change because it reduces some of the cheese that I'm accustomed to exploiting, and I think it actually makes more sense that way. Let's go ahead and open that up. I am going to send in a phalanx. Which will hopefully prevent them from easily running out and doing any shenanigans with that assassin of theirs. Oops, we definitely don't want Sam there. He is a cold, cold boy. That's good enough. Now, nice try. Okay, those guys are probably dead. So I'm just gonna fly over top. These are technically halflings, so could try to charm them. Or dominate them. In fact, the rogue is a halfling. The assassin is a halfling too. That might be a fun unit to try to pick up. I just need to make sure that they can't, especially the rogue or the assassin. I want to make sure they can't. I see that backstab's gonna hurt. Well, we'll let the warbreed take a hit. I want to use up their action points so they can't like try to stab anyone. But after that, yeah, I'll go for one. The problem is if this misses, I'm gonna want, yeah, if this misses or doesn't work, definitely gonna want to break through this wall so other units can help out the sorcerer. Okay, that's one dominate. And how about you? Ah, there we go. 2 free halfling units for me that I normally can't get. So that's kind of fun. And then Sam can check out whatever items are here. It looks like a lot of stuff that is all going to get sold. So money, money, money for me. Yeah, I can just tell from the item icons that I don't care about any of this. Got a lot of really crappy gear. Okay, Smeagol is out of the game. Goodbye, Smeagol. I would say he fell into the volcano, but I haven't seen one yet. Sarah and I were talking about that in the chat. Another level for the sorcerer, so sorcery 7. Yeah. And I need one more sorcery level, and then I can get, I will have enough for Chaos Rift. So I just need to hang on to the upgrade points for now. And the sorcerer's gonna be running a little bit behind where I would like them to be with spells, but it's fine. They're doing well enough. Now, I did have a couple people mention, Red Maroot and Impregnable Molt mentioned putting the settler on that fort there. I was planning to do that anyway, but that is, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I thought that was a good idea, because the only other place I could really put that settler is underground, which is swarming. Well, for one thing, Merrifield still doesn't like me. Wait a second. They're green. They're a vassal of the druid. Oh, we can't have that. No, we can't have that. I'm gonna have to do something about that now. Dang it. I had no idea the druid had even met them. I figured Mary was probably the only one. Somehow the druid got down there. Maybe earlier in the game. I don't know. I have no idea what they did, how that worked out. Well, crap. That changes things a little bit because we can't have them spawning units right behind. I mean, well, I guess we could. Hang on. It's a vassal, right? So I've got an army here. It doesn't need to be led by a hero. We'll just go underground and push them around a little bit. It shouldn't have anything that strong in it. I don't think. I mean, there was some Manicore riders, but we need an Eagle Scout. Okay, we need an Eagle Scout to go check it out. I want to see what's down there before I throw an army at it. Still get a couple more war breeds after that. We'll check that out on the next turn. Of course, we want to absorb this city and welcome our new halfling friends into our empire. You guys can wait for now. These people here may go to the center to help with that city. And then I have to decide what to do with the other halfling units that I just took. My army's going to be set up kind of haphazardly for now, but that's okay. Sam can go back with his friends here, and I think everybody, all those units actually have plenty of movement left. I want to keep pushing forward and try to go after the next one. Looks like Yoda has at least 2 cities, so we're going to want to knock him down a peg or 2. Why can't you guys move? Oh, because the assassin is slowing them down. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll end the turn. I guess like this. Okay, you all are good. Monster Hunter, the Bard is a tier 2. I'll probably keep those units around just because they're unique and something different. The builder can move back up and finish the road now. I think what I'll have him do is go a little further straight and then split off. One path going north and another path going kind of straight towards the enemy. And for the moment, I'll send these guys down here, just in case they're needed to help swarm that cave. Just to keep the druid from expanding. Last thing we need is them building taking over the city and then building more cities down there. And I don't really know what to do with this builder. I guess this guy could probably just go down to where Pimpton's armies are. And I could... Oh, crap. Never mind. I keep forgetting to put the fort out there. That's what I was going to do with him. Okay, well, that's what this guy can do when he's done building that road, then, I suppose. Let's put those guys on hold, and I guess we're at the end of the turn. So, what do we want? Are there any global spells I should be using? I guess I should probably get Scales of Fortune up on my new city. In case I make anything there. Yeah, we could do that. I don't know that Authority of the Sword benefits this city in any way. I guess it would give me more mana. So I could work on that. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that first. There. That gets more mana in my domain. And I'm not sure if it picked that up too. Maybe it did. Is that? Explored? Yep. Okay. Cool. Then I can start channeling Scales of Fortune. Also going to burn through some more mana trying to clean up area around my cities. for the sake of happiness. So if I go to... No, dang it, wrong thing. I want to go to Open Spellbook and find probably fertilized land. And to do that everywhere as much as I can to anywhere that potentially needs it. Like, this city could use some. I use it all around these barrens here. Need to keep an eye out on the total that I've got up there. Probably don't want to let that drop below. Maybe about 200 is a good ballpark figure to try to keep that at. Yeah, that's good enough for now. We'll just do a little bit here and there every turn, and eventually we'll make progress. All right, so we got Authority of the Sword. That should lock in that stuff to our borders, so that once the city is fully absorbed, we can start benefiting from those resources. Throw down a quick save here and move on to the next turn. That was a very eventful turn. There was a lot that went on there. Yoda is moving. He's got a couple trebs over there. That's always scary. A lot of support units, so feeling good about getting that support slayer. Guess if the druid builds their tier 3, that's going to be even more support, so... Okay, so Holy Scepter. We're going to send... Oh, crap. I guess we have to have someone there to send off the items, don't we? You guys have an extra brew, brother. Or 2. No, I want 1 with that army. Alright, well, 1 phalanx is going to have to go back and guard that city for the moment. Because... Well, I'll just use this guy. That city in the back should be fine. So, we're going to send this to... Probably, let's send 1 to Sam first. Hero Slaying was researched. Resurrect Hero, I guess. May as well grab that. Hopefully I won't need it. Still trying to get Shield of Dispassion to pop up. The Eagle Rider is done, so I want to go see what's underground. What am I up against if I meet... Well, oh, that actually caused me to meet Eleanor. That doesn't look like much. Alright, it's just 1 Manicore Rider, a Brew Brother, and a Trebuchet. The Trebuchet, admittedly, is a little scary, but, I think with swap locations, I could actually do quite a bit of damage fairly easily down there. Okay, we're gonna send everyone. Let's see, who can... Okay, some of you are slowing down the process here. One of you in particular. Okay, we gotta do some interesting unit swapping. Oh, I can't. Well, they'll just have to go on the next turn because this guy is blocking the path for everyone else. Alright. We'll see if maybe they're dumb and come out after me. That would be nice. I wish this guy wasn't standing there because I can't send him back up now because there's units at the top. Unless I can... Maybe I can do this. If I move the mounted archer like that, can I then move the guy at the bottom up? Yes, I can. Okay. Then I could move... I can't get the mounted archer down there, I don't think, but I could get the rest of the army all down, which I would rather do, just in case they jump out at me. Okay, that's good for now. So I can take care of that without slowing down progress at the front lines, which is good. Grand Palace is done. That's excellent. We'll keep it on phalanxes here for now. They just seem to be useful everywhere, especially now that they've got... They get tireless at gold rank, and they have all the other warrior promotions that make them really, really freaking good. I absolutely love phalanx. I will go ahead and get a couple more war breeds, and just to replenish my range unit supply, I am going to get some more mounted archers. There they are. Maybe 3 more of those, and then maybe more war breeds after that. Well, state your business and be quick about it. I haven't got all day. My business is that you will die. Okay, we are into construction of that. Okay, yeah, that's where that city needs to be. I do have the Brew Brother queued up next here, but that was only because I was hoping for an autocomplete, when in fact we're going to get the Grand Palace in the capital. That's 844, so I'll go ahead and spend the money to hurry production on that too, to get those casting points up. And then we can maybe go back to Brew Brothers. I'm starting to be squeezed a little bit on money here. I do have a little bit of a windfall coming from when I sell those buildings in Bilbo's former city. Let's maybe just have 2 more Brew Brothers queued up. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to support this level of unit and item production, but I'll do what I can. Let's get Sam's army down here. She should be providing bard skills, right? Yeah. So she's actually... I don't need her and the gold rank Brew Brother in the same army. The Brew Brother gets minor bard skills, so she gets an actual better bard skills, just 300. Okay, so I'm gonna probably let her hang out with Sam's group so that they get the best version of bard skills possible. We'll leave the Brew Brother with that other group, so Sam can split up like this. She goes here. We could say that's Rosie. She's already... Okay, she's good. She's got... I'll leave the assassin with her unless there's another tier 3 I can squeeze in there. Actually, there is. So for the sake of efficiency, in terms of keeping unit costs down, I will go ahead and put that other phalanx there. We got 3 archers in that group. We've got the phalanx, and we've got an assassin. Not a bad group of units. And everyone's got at least 1 person providing bard skills. I can then finish this road, and then I am going to build that dang fort if it kills me. And now the settler can get out of here and start making its way back towards the city in the back. And then I can make the halflings even happier with me. I've got to be getting kind of close to that racial governance upgrade. I'm wondering how close exactly I am. I'm getting 44 per turn. It might finish before I even get that city built. It looks like it's going to be done in 4 turns. And then I can finally get... Halfling Deity Military, which is... Oh, I mean, both of these are good, but I think for a Warlord, I kind of want that one. Infantry, Cavalry, and Pikemen. Yeah, that's basically everything I'm using. The only thing that doesn't get a benefit from that is, unfortunately, the War Breeds. But yeah, very, very nice upgrade for me. Okay. Army requires orders. That is this builder here, and he is going to hang out with those phalanxes for now, I think. Eventually, I'll be building a road west. I'm kind of biding a little bit of time to get some of those items done that I want for the next phase of this, since I'm going to be pushing. Sam's army, I think, can push fine. They can push forward just fine. It's Pippin that worries me a little bit with those Shadow Stalkers. So, in retrospect, I should have sent the weapon to Pippin. Well, I'll send the next one to him. the next staff. Okay, you're good there. And everyone's good here. I can actually have these armies camp. I don't need to be notified about their behavior every turn. And this group can start pushing into Yoda's territory, I think. I think they'll be fine. Sieging the city might be tricky, but moving up into his territory, I don't see much of a risk. How much more can everyone move? Not enough, so can move like one more and get everyone up into the... Yeah, we can do this. Alright, that's good enough for now. That should get Yoda's attention. We'll see if he reacts to that in any way. I did just get a better item for her, but that's going to end up getting replaced pretty soon. Oops. I'll sell her old club. Gonna get Scales of Fortune up here. And I've already got it active on these other cities. I don't really need Authority of the Sword on this one anymore. I think that's it. I can cast more spells, but there's not a lot to cast. I guess I could get Hero Slaying up. I mean, I may as well. There's not really anything else other than Dread Siege. Maybe I want to go ahead and prime and get Dread Siege primed and ready. Although I could do that on the next turn. Sam's army probably won't be able to get to the city on the next turn because of the wetlands, so I don't need Dread Siege quite yet. So I'll go ahead and... Let me make sure my, my spells are all fully reinforced. So we got the important ones. Anything that's... So we got the draft is up, and Inspire Loyalty is only... Inspire Loyalty is only at 100. I'm going to reinforce this. Okay. That seems like the best use to my casting points right now, just to keep gold costs down. With the armies that my heroes are leading, it is helping out quite a bit with unit maintenance, so that's good enough for me for the time being. How in the heck did Eleanor find that city? Because she would have had to go through Yoda and Mary to get to it. Oh, they're sending the Manticore out after me by itself. That's a mistake. Well, I'm glad I got to them while they were still a vassal. Because I don't think the AI Emperor would have done that. Alright, we're going to try to get it to attack the Warbreed. And then we'll just counterattack it with everything else. The Warbreed or a Pikeman, but I think it's probably more likely to go after the Warbreed because the Pikemen have first strike. So I think the Warbreed is a juicier target for a Manticore Rider. Just make sure that this guy's safe here, and I'll put him kind of in a flank spot. Same with the Mounted Archer on this side. We want to back up these guys as much as I can. Well, push those guys forward, back up, like the Brew Brothers and stuff. Make sure they're out of the way. I want you out of the way. The Pony Rider is probably not going to do a whole lot of good here. The Eagle Rider can back up, and I just want you, preferably like right there. Hopefully that is enough to lure him in. Okay, he's going to go Wing Beat. Okay, perfect. I did forget about Wing Beat. That actually is going to make them a lot more aggressive, which works to my advantage here. Alright, let's start hitting with those range attacks. Try to get the flanks in on him. I could break the fence with those guys and give the Brew Brother a better... Well, actually, I don't need to do that. Brew Brother could just take this angle. And the pikeman will easily finish that. Although I kind of want to give it to the Warbreed. Yeah, give it to the Warbreed. The more health they have, the better. Okay, I'm sorry, Eleanor, but you cannot have that city. This is probably overkill, but that trebuchet does scare me a little bit. As long as no one's moving in on this city, though, it'll be fine. Besides, I'm producing units here anyway. I'll go ahead and put this archer back here so nothing can sneak up on it. And we'll just throw everyone at this city. Maybe I'll find something in the inn, too, that would be cool. Goblin, Orc, Draconian, and Tigran. Nope, we can't take any of those. Might release the city as a vassal just so I don't have to bother protecting it, and then they can give me gifts and stuff and just keep an eye on things down here. I don't think I will actually be using this city to produce anything. Okay, we got to get to that trebuchet. That's the main problem here. We're up against 2 ranged units, both of which are fairly dangerous to us. I'm going to try to get through the gate over there, I think. Hopefully the Warbreed can handle a few hits while we work our way around. Basically, though, I have numbers of units here sufficient that as people take hits, I can just turn around and run away with them. I do have to keep in mind rabbit burrows, but aside from that, I can just retreat stuff if I need to. So I think a full charge is the most sensible option here. Okay, those guys are almost dead. Oh, that's just the adventurer. Well, we'll just have to hope for the best for those guys. I'll leave him on defense. Oh, no, we can break. We can take a swipe at that wall. We'll see how much damage I do. 18. These guys want to focus on the Eagle Riders, that's fine. I want to see if I can... how much damage I can do to the Brew Brother. Not a lot from down here. I think staying on guard while I break through the wall on the other side is probably the best option. You run away, good luck with the bunnies. After the Brew Brothers, then. Okay, they want that Warbreed dead, and I don't blame them. 16 to 24. I'm more likely to be able to break through the gate, I think. 65. It's 67. It's actually probably about the same. If I could break through this, I would have to get fairly lucky, though. And I think I may actually do more damage to the gate, but no, it's the same regardless. This would actually be a more advantageous point to break through, so I'm gonna... Ah, nice, okay. That gets me up onto their walls. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is move the eagle here. And we'll do a good old wing beat. I think I may be able to kill that Brew Brother there. Actually, we'll probably charge him with a mounted archer. Or I could shoot him with arrows from here. That might be better. I think that's a better option. Because then this guy can get from the other side, and he's dead. Okay. Now it's just the trebuchet. I'll have the Brew Brothers go ahead and eat nourishing meal themselves. And the rabbits are right back attacking them again. Alright, now it's just chase down the trebuchet, which we're going to do with melee attacks. And we'll try to get other units on the walls. I'm not gonna... We'll give the adventurer a chance to get back, but I don't really care if he survives this battle. I actually kind of wouldn't mind if he was gone. He's just a drain on resources. They're not that useful anymore. I think that Treb's going to be dead on the next turn regardless of how this pans out. Nope. Goodbye, adventurer. That Brew Brother's getting the crap beaten out of him. But it doesn't matter, because the trebuchet is about to go down. Trebuchet got lucky. Trebuchet got lucky again. Run, Phalanx, the rabbits are coming for you. Must be terrifying. Wait, who did they hit? Oh, poor Brew Brothers, still down here. I lost track of them. Alright, that takes care of this little problem. Hopefully there's no other cities hanging around down here. I also have no idea if this city is in range of any nasty undead spawning things. Guess the Eagle Rider can explore around looking for that. City does have access to a castle, the Lich King, which would be nice for making war breeds, but it doesn't have a lot else. Nothing to really boost production. So I think it's going to be mostly an economy city. I might even make it a vassal. Yeah, I think I'm going to release this city as a vassal in case there are undead down here. I don't want to have to worry about defending it. I don't think the undead will take over a city from a vassal. Undead or bandits or whatever. So I just don't want to have to think about defending it in case it could be in some sort of danger. Plus, it might give me occasional nice gifts. All I really needed to do is kind of hold the area down there. Conqueror's Feast, that's actually a really nice one. Caster's units require minus 25% upkeep outside of the caster's domain. Let's go ahead and grab that. We'll let 2 more Brew Brothers finish, and then I'm going to reevaluate what my capital is doing. And then, as for the rest of Sam's army... Well, hang on. We got another Holy Scepter done, so let's send that to Pimpton. I think he needs it the most right now. Okay, we got the Gladiator pit up for the happiness, so now we're back to getting the Arcane Item Forge, which I'm fine with, because I actually would rather that city be making items. In fact, if it gets the Arcane Item Forge up quickly enough, yeah, I'm thinking about hurrying production on it, because I could use that city to make the weapons. Oh gosh, those take a lot of mana. Those are each going to take 3 turns to make because of how much mana they cost. I need to save mana. I have to actually save up mana for... I may need to cancel the Arcane Item Forge in this city, honestly. I'll leave it for now. I'll leave it for now because I think I'm going to eventually need it. But I just need to keep in mind that mana is something that I'm going to need a lot of going forward to make those items. Okay, so what do we have here? This is the most we've seen of Yoda's stuff so far. But it's mostly support units, which I don't have a Slayer bonus against yet. Eagle Riders, nothing very powerful, but he does have a lot of trebuchets sitting in there. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trebuchets in total defending that city. Now he is in an awkward position here where I could split his army in half, but I don't think I have quite enough movement to reach. So instead what I'm going to do is we'll see if we can get him to mess up. I'll move forward kind of cautiously. Might end the turn of some of my units on the mountain here. And see how he repositions. Oh, he's got glyphs of warding up. Ah, crap. If I'd have noticed that, I would have backed out probably. Well, it's fine. We'll probably make a move on... We'll either make a move on the next turn or back off. I'm not really sure which yet. My units are better, but his positioning is better. Okay, let's finally go get that dang fort. Send one more Warbreed south here to join Pimpton's army. And I guess if we're just going to release that city, we can just leave. Alright. Praise the Leader Festival. Excellent. We can use that gold. I am spending as much as I'm making, which is good. I'm right where it needs to be. In that 1,000 to 2,000 range is probably optimal. It means you're making as many units as you can while still keeping it above 1,000 for the Wealthy Empire bonus. I think I'm gonna go easy on the spellcasting for a bit here. We're gonna back off of that and let the mana pool let the mana supply build up a little bit. Hopefully I get a couple more mana festivals, and that'll help make all those Slayer's torches that I want, and that'll be good. Hopefully. Save the game, and well, on the next turn we're gonna see what Yoda does. But I think I need to wrap this episode up here before I get carried away, because if he attacks me, that could end up being a big protracted battle, and we've been going at this one for about an hour. So I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Hopefully we'll see a bit more action in the next episode. We'll figure out what the fate of Yoda's northern city will be. So I hope you guys will be joining me for that. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you're looking forward to the next episode. There will be one more coming this week before I once again review the comments. Also, just with respect to the series, I'm kind of trying to gauge how long it's going to take, but I do want to wrap this up before Age of Wonders 4 comes out. So if it doesn't look like I'm going to make it, I may do like a marathon stretch at some point. We'll see how it goes. It's hard to gauge how much longer this one's going to go on. But in any case, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Sarah Feingold, Tarsak, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.